What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you want me to review next. But yeah, this is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. This is a supernatural horror film with an R rating, with the release date of August 11, 2023, and the budget of the film was $45 million. I'm hoping it's able to recoup that. The director is Andrea Orvidal. The cast includes Corey Hawkins, Aisling Ferrantes, Liam Cunningham, and David Dastmalchian, with the runtime of 119 minutes. And I watched this in standard format, and this movie does not have a post-credit scene. Now, the plot of this film is that the crew of a merchant ship, the Demeter, is going to set sail for London to deliver a cargo of 50 unmarked crates, wooden crates to be specific. However, once they're already on the voyage there, they notice something starts happening, some supernatural stuff occurs, and then it turns out that they're transporting Dracula, and they need to figure out a way to survive this. So that's the basic plot of the film. It's a normal horror film, but luckily it's set back in 1897 or some 1897. It's a very far time, so it's not like it's happening in current day, so that kind of helps legitimize the horror aspect of it and how this is going on. So I actually did enjoy that part about it. So let's actually move now to my thoughts on the movie, and I'm going to start off with the bad. Now, this is one thing that I feel happens in a lot of supernatural things. It's that it's too hand wavy with his Dracula's abilities. Now, one thing is when he bites someone, well, we see someone in the movie that they're bitten, but nothing really happens to them. Well, I mean, they do explain it later on how things happen, but even then it's whoa, but they were bitten first. Yeah, that part didn't make sense. So we don't know how his bite can affect people. Also, if you've seen the trailers, and even if you look at the thing, he has wings, and there's a certain point in the film where it's he could fight, maybe this is his hubris, he could fight them, and maybe they can beat him, or he could just fly to London at that point where he's close enough where he'll make it. So it's kind of I don't know if just because he thinks he's a badass he does it. I don't know. But it was something that wasn't absolutely necessary at the end, the last battle for sure. And I'm not sure if this was cut due to time, but we don't actually find out what's in all of the unmarked wooden crates. That kind of did surprise me. I was just I wonder what's in them. We know it's in a few of them, but it's why don't we know what's in the rest of them? So that was kind of weird. Now, another problem is as the movie gets on, it starts to become predictable, and you kind of start figuring out, oh, you easily figure out who's gonna die pretty simple. And I think that's also due to a lot of the characters don't get a backstory. The main characters kind of do, but everyone else is just oh yeah, you're just there to die, dude, I'm sorry. And that's the one horror movie trait that they just took from oh, a bunch of you you're just there to die. So that kind of sucked, but I mean, it's a horror movie, so that's what happens. Okay, so let's move on now to the good. And I will admit, some of the scenes did scare me, because I was just what the hell is going on? I was oh, okay. So some stuff got me. The design of Dracula I thought was pretty cool. He is not really looking like a human in this film. He looks like he's a creature, and I thought it was really cool. I was oh, okay, so this is the type of Dracula we're going in there. It's he's not going to pass for any of them. You can easily see him. It's no, that's a monster right there. Another thing that I thought the movie, it does do a good thing of explaining what's going on the boat, understanding oh, why is he killing some people, why is he not killing some people, what's going on here, are they gonna make it? They tell us how far they are from London, what they're gonna do, what they're trying to figure. So the movie does a good job of explaining that stuff. You're never in doubt of what's happening there, other than how do Dracula's powers work. And it helps that the characters themselves, you actually do sense the fear from them of we are not going to make it, we are going to die, to the point where they're eventually we have to fight, because if not, we're just going to die. This thing is picking us off one by one. And I like the setting of how it's all set up, the ship and all that. I guess how they're able to keep the budget so low. It's it's not you're going to many different set locations and that's no, the location is the boat. You're there. I want to say 95% of the movie, no, 90% of the movie. I forgot, at the start there's some other part, but it's not that big a deal there. But majority of the time you spend on the boat. And they do say stuff on the boat that's creepy and things like that. So I really like it. Dracula's plan in this movie. So if any of you have been watching my other reviews, such as my Secret Invasion, how I really didn't like Gravik's plan in that. Dracula's plan in this movie, it's that's a pretty solid plan. I was like, yeah, he's more likely gonna succeed if he just goes by his plan. So I was like, all right, yeah. Which is one of those things I've been getting mad about a lot of like shows and movies. Like, oh, the villain's plan is so dumb. Like, this is so cartoony bad. This wasn't that. This was actually like, it's actually a legit plan, and I see your motivation for doing it. It's like, yeah, this works. So I was really happy with that. I did think I did like some of the character, like Corey Hawkins' character. I thought was really done really well, and I want to see. I'm hoping the movie gets a sequel, just because I want to see what they're going to do more with that stuff. But I'm not sure if it will get a sequel. 45 million. I mean, you think it should be able to do it. But yeah, Dracula was done really well in this. It's rare for me to say like, oh, someone did Dracula well, but this time I gotta say Dracula was done really well. But so yeah, guys, let's now move on to my score. So I really wanted to give this an 8 out of 10, but the hand wavy stuff, I was like, no, because you don't really ground some stuff where like I fully understand. I can only give this a 7 out of 10, which is still a good score. So 7 out of 10, good. I definitely recommend people go watch this. I know some of the scores online haven't been all that great, but as someone that really likes vampire movies, I can tell you I really enjoyed this. I hope other people do. I can't say that this is like, I wouldn't call this bad, because I was like, no, this actually has good stuff in there. A problem, and I forgot to mention, is that it is a tad bit too long. It's the big problem with all horror films, but they use the length to kind of like make it seem like, oh, are we going to make it? Are we not going to make it? Make everyone's death like, they make you feel for all the deaths. I'm not one of those movies like, oh, the person just got, like, no, you see the deaths happening as they go. So yeah, guys, I definitely recommend you go watch this. My next reviews are going to be Blue Beetle and Strays. I'm going to watch those this upcoming week. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you go watch this, let me know what you thought about the movie, because I really enjoyed this. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.